Huh? This one?
Oh yeah, blow the horn, young blood. Yahweh. Ba'asham. Yahushai. Shema. Manawa. Maita. Shalak. Mike Allah. Elohim. Shemaiah. Yasha'Allah. Barak. Yasha'Allah. Rapah. Yasha'Allah. Shemaiah. Abiaphim. Barak. Abiaphim. Rapah. Abiaphim. Ba'asham. Yahushai. Dawada. Aman. Yahweh. Ba'asham, Yahushai, Shemai, Manaw, Shalach, Ahavim, Rabim, Poyim, Rabim, Shalamim, Rabim, Barakim, Rabim, Barawakim, Ayim, Rabim, Shekoyim, Lahakim, Lahabi Sapayim, Yasha'Allah, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Dawada, Aman. Repeat the Hebrew only. But last we have to get to us the law. Barakatah Yahweh, Ahava'ah, Dananawa, Hatuwarah. But last you have to get to us the like to sing. Barakatah Yahweh, Ahava'ah, Dananawa, Awar, Lara'ah. But last you have to get to us the rams from the people. Barakatah Yahweh, Hawa'ah, Dananawa, Ha'ayah, Haran, Lapara'ah, Ha'ayim. Well, let's say you have to get to us the fruit of the vine.
You can't have one.
Barakatah Yahweh, Hawa'ah, Dananawa, Payah, Hakapin, Dawada, Aman, La Yasha'Allah.
Yeah, I got some juice.
Kom Yasha'Allah. Shout if you see it. Alright, so tonight's a high holy day. Before we go into it, come on. No, come on. Where's that red shit? Are you sitting on it? It's gonna be something tight. I'm gonna move over. See me? Shemaiah, you know how we did. We practice. Alright.
Shemaiah ban Loya ban Yasha'Allah.
Shemaiah ban Loya ban Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai Barakatah.
Yahweh Ba'asham Barakatah.
No, it's not come from YouTube.
Yeah, it's dumb, but you say dumb.
Oh, it's not today. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, so we're starting service. We finished the prayers. Alright, goodbye and so what? Guess who came back? My naked cousin. My shirtless cousin. This dude came back. And I caught him on the brother's phone. The man was chasing girls and shopping on the Sabbath with his nephew. So I caught the man, found the man. The man felt guilty, so he's on tonight. Caught the man. I caught him on this man's phone, right? Brother right here. And I caught the guy. All right, but anyway, tonight is the Feast of Weeks, and we are going to the history of the Feast of Weeks. Alright? So anybody know what the Feast of Weeks is? What's another name for it?
First fruits.
First fruits. And what's another one? What's another name for it? First fruits. What was the other one you just said?
I think it was like what, Pentecost or something like that. Like,
Pentecost,
Feast of Weeks.
Feast of Weeks, First Fruits, Feast of Weeks, Pentecost. What does Pentecost mean?
That's what. Pent is 5. So it's like
50 what?
Oh, 50 days.
Right, 50 days from what? From what high holy day?
Passover.
Right. So we'll go into that. Me and Shamir are going to go into that. We need his mic. You go to read and me and Shamir are going to expound. Huh? Well, yeah, we don't need a mic, but he put it. We're going to use it. But blessed us with a ram's horn and all types of other stuff.
Yo.
Okay,
Alright. So we got the brothers out here. We got Shaquat, Sha'il, and we got Deshay. Deshay got to work on a Hebrew name. Alright, who else got to work on a Hebrew name? Anybody else? Alright, without further ado, let's go into it. So we had Passover. Keep in mind, we had Passover the second month, which is it's kind of close. So we had Passover and Feast of Weeks like in the same month, but you know, the second month was a do-over. We have the first month. Okay? Just to let y'all know that. So alright, so let's go into it. Let's go in and ingatherings too. But we'll go into the scriptures. All right. And Shamir Allah and I will expound on it. Any questions, you know, just raise your hand. So let's go to the first scripture, Leviticus 23 and 9. And if you want to bring something up, bring it up, right? Shan?
Come on.
So you read, young blood.
Everybody got it, say come.
You said Leviticus 23 and 9. Alright.
Leviticus 23 and 9. And y'all over there, y'all got it, say come. I want to make sure y'all with us.
Everybody got it?
The camera's on us.
Alright, Leviticus chapter 23, verse 9. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh, to be accepted free. On the morrow, after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, a he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto Yahweh. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2 tenth bills of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto Yahweh for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin.
Right, so there you go. So it's going into like free will, you know, offerings that we have to make, you know, to the priest before, you know, to the Most High when we get into the land. So when we get into the land, whenever we reap the first fruits go to who? They go to the Levites. So we don't even get nothing. We don't get nothing. So when you're on your farmland and you're farming, this is a Levite right here. So whenever we reap the harvest of our land, he gets it first. Who understand why? Who understand why the Levite would get it first?
That's because he didn't have
Hold on. Young blood, Kabad, Shawab, and the priest. And the priest, but why? Why would they get the first of it?
Set up for
The shade, Shaquat, y'all know?
So, being as they were Levites, they weren't given any land because they were supposed to tend to the temple, right? And on top of that, the other tribes were supposed to give a tenth of what they had to the Levites, so they could be, like, you know, sufficient. You know,
So they can have their own living, right? Because they didn't work and stuff like that. They worked for the Most High, worked directly for the Most High. That whole tribe worked for the Most High. So the tribe of Levi is spread throughout the entire nation, all 12 tribes. So really, it's like 12. There's like 13 tribes. So they worked for all 12 tribes. So they always mentioned 12 tribes of Israel. Levi was taken out, so you had 12 tribes. So when Levi was put back in, what tribe was taken out?
Dan?
Dan, the tribe of Dan. You don't hear about the tribe of Dan. Alright, so the Levites got the first of it. You know, that was the system. So everybody ate, everybody's taken care of. We took care of the Levites, they took care of us before the Most High. Alright? Now read on.
Verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green eggs, until the self-same day that ye have brought an offering into your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings.
Right, so it should be a statute forever throughout your generations. So why these guys in Israel was talking about you don't have to keep the high holy days? We work hard throughout these generations, throughout these captivities, to keep our customs. Now we get here, we was calling ourselves niggas and African Americans, and we get here now we don't have to be Israelites no more. Pretty much what you're saying. That don't make any sense. Alright, we work so hard to get to this point, just so we not keep our customs. That's what it's always been about since the beginning, keeping our customs as the Jews. We are not African Americans. We are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. So we gotta carry ourselves so. And how do we do that? By following what this book said. We gotta follow what the Bible said. That's it. That's the blueprint to being an Israelite. Do what the Bible says do. That's the blueprint. Can't lose with that formula. You understand? Can't lose with that. Read on.
Verse 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete.
So how many is 7? So one Sabbath, what's one Sabbath? Because I like the way the Bible teaches, how the Bible speaks. It talks scientifically, it talks mathematically. So when they say 7 Sabbath, what's one Sabbath? What's one Sabbath?
1 week.
1 week. What's the Sabbath? The 7th day. The 7th day. That's what Sabbath means. It means 7th day. Don't mean rest. It means 7th day. Sabbath. 7. Shabbat. And Sabbath. 7th day. 7th day. Alright? The 7th day. So you count 7 Sabbath. That's 7 weeks. That's 49 days. And then the next day, and they give you the answer afterwards. The Bible's going to always give you the answers afterwards. It hits you with a trick question, but they give you the answer. You just got to be on point.
Exactly.
You know? So read on, young blood.
Verse 16. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days.
Yes, you number 50 days. So we in the 50th day, which is Sunday. That's why the Feast of Weeks or the Ingatherings or First Fruits or Pentecost will always be on a Sunday. Why? Why will it always be on a Sunday? Right. And the Sabbath day is always a Saturday. It's not a Friday, it's not a Thursday. The Sabbath is always Saturday. So the 7th Sabbath, no matter 8 Sabbath, 3 Sabbath, 4 Sabbath, it's still on a Saturday. So they just count the day over, it's going to be on a Sunday. So that's how you get 50th day, that's how you get a Sunday. Always going to be on a Sunday. Alright? You want to touch on it up?
No,
Yeah,
and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto Yahweh. Ye shall bring out of your habitations two wave loaves of 2 tin dills. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto Yahweh. And ye shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock, and 2 rams. They shall be for a burnt offering unto Yahweh, with their meat offering and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of a sweet savor unto Yahweh. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offerings. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before Yahweh. with the 2 lambs, they shall be holy to Yahweh for the priest.
So what you're reading now, you're reading a whole bunch of sacrifice and offerings made to the priest to the Most High. So we don't do that no more. That was the priest's job to make all these different sacrifices towards the Most High. Alright, so I really don't understand all the sacrifices because we don't practice them no more. That's how lost we are as a people. So there's a lot of work being put in these high holy days. A lot of work being put in. Alright? Read on.
And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering of Salaki. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be a holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. And when ye reap the harvest.
So right there, and you keep reading, and I highlighted this, the 14th verse, 21st verse, and other verses earlier, it says, it should be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generation. You can't get around that. Scripture keeps saying that. It keeps stressing that. That's why it says many are called, but only a few are chosen. Not everybody's going to be able to do this work. So this is a golden opportunity for us to step up and do it. We could have the whole package. We could do everything. Do everything right, because not everybody's doing it. Everybody's cutting corners or going to this path or that path. Alright? So read on.
Verse 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest. Neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am Yahweh, your power.
Alright, so the Most High is a righteous God. He said you should not make good riddance of the corner. See, the white man, Esau, he makes sure he takes it all. So you won't get none. Show you that he's the devil, right?
Right.
He makes sure, even if the apple is half rotten, you don't want you to have that. He'll throw it away. He'll throw it away. He will burn it before he'll let you get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright? That's how evil he is.
Yeah, like if the quarantine wasn't going on because of coronavirus, and you used to walk down to 42nd Street or something like that, and one of the restaurants was closed, you'll see bags of just food on the street, and like they pour bleach and all that, so the homeless people don't eat it. So it's crazy.
Well, if somebody buys a TV, like in Walmart, somebody buys a TV, they'll never pick it up, they'll end up throwing it away. Nobody can take it. They gotta throw it away.
Right.
That's crazy.
Brand new TV.
You done?
Now, let's go to Exodus 34, 22. Exodus 34, 22. I got you, young blood. I see you holding high. I got the scripture written down for you. Hey.
She crying?
Where's the pacifier at?
It's right here. She don't want it though. I think that's on.
Take it to the mirror. Everybody good? So Exodus chapter 34, verse 22. And thou shalt observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end. Thrice in the year shall all your men children appear before Yahweh, thy power, the power of Israel.
Right, so here it is, the Most High commanded us 3 times out the year shall all the males appear before the Most High. Whether the women are there or not is not important. All the males must be there. You gotta be there, your father, your son, your grandson, your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your nephew. All the males gotta be there before the Most High. That's the army. Because the Most High only deals with the men, he don't deal with women. So contrary to what these other congregations got to say. That's not true.
Right.
You know, I think some sister was saying, when it says Israel, they referring to the men, but when it says Jacob, it's referring to the woman. I was like, what the
That
hell?
don't make any sense.
Where you get that from? I was like, oh my goodness, what the hell are they teaching them? I was like, no, sister, I don't think so. The Most High don't deal with women, he deals strictly with the men. Alright, so read on.
Verse 24.
Go to 26.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 26. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of Yahweh thy power. Thou shalt not seed a kid in his mother's milk.
What does that mean? Anybody?
So like you wouldn't put like cow's milk, meaning like cow meat for milk. I don't know.
You're guessing?
Yeah, I don't know what seed means. I might look that up.
No, this means seed. I mean, it's got the T-H-E in it, but it's seed. See with your eyes. So, what that means, thou should not see a kid in his mother's milk.
So you shouldn't see the shouldn't see them eating.
In other words, huh?
Shouldn't see them eating.
Say again?
Shouldn't see them eating.
No. When it says thou should not see a kid in his mother's milk, meaning you can't eat the kid, the goat. You can't eat it. No, my God, every animal got to be at least a year old.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah, you can't eat that. You can't see it, meaning you can't have the mother and the child. Alright? And you can't, and the child got to be at least, the kid got to be at least a year old. And what it says in Exodus, now you got to put all these scriptures together. What's that? It got to be from the sheep, at least a year old for the Passover, right? It got to be a year old. So when the white man eat their veal, that's a sin. You're not supposed to eat veal. A veal is like a baby goat or a baby sheep or something like that.
It's baby cow.
Yeah, it's not really developed yet. And they kill it and they slaughter it and they use it for food. You're not supposed to do that. Even, and I think in the book of Leviticus it says, you can't take the mother and its eggs. You can't do that. You can't slaughter them like that. If you take the mother, you gotta leave the eggs behind. If you take the eggs, you gotta leave the mother. Alright? I don't know exactly where that is in Leviticus.
So you can't have like chicken in your freezer along with eggs.
Right.
That's great.
Because you exterminate them. Somebody gotta survive. Either let the chicks survive so they can grow and make more eggs, or yeah, that's how it works. They talk about there's an extension here, there's an extension, because you're killing them. You're killing them off, white man. That's what you're doing. Alright, so when you learn these high holy days, you see how the ecosystem works. Everything work in harmony. Everything work, together. The Most High do things for a reason. Everything have an order and a system. A righteous order. The white man don't believe in order. A righteous order. He has his own order. Understand? Now he don't have no righteousness. He's
Well,
wicked.
I mean, he says, you know what I'm saying? But he believes righteousness is.
So let's go to Deuteronomy 16. That's not. Deshay or Shaquai. If I got any questions, let me know. I can't hear you guys because this air conditioner is loud. I can't
You
hear
said
you.
16 and 9?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna leave it on. I can hear y'all, but if I cut it off, it'll be burning up in here. Okay, alright, go out.
Everybody got it?
The scripture.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 9.
So Deuteronomy 16, verse 9, brothers.
Everybody good? Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 9. 7 weeks shalt thou number unto thee. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as thou beginnest to put the sickle to the comb. Thou shalt keep the feast of weeks unto Yahweh thy power with the tribute of a freewill offering of thine hand, which thou shalt give unto Yahweh thy power, according as Yahweh thy power hath blessed thee.
Yeah, so you gotta give whatever you have to give, you know, according to what the Most High have given you. So we all about giving too. You gotta keep giving. Like how we saw that sister in the street, and she asked for something. You know, practice having loose change in your pocket so you can give to your brothers and sisters in the streets. All right, practice that. Okay, you know.
Thou shalt rejoice before Yahweh thy power, thou and thy son and thy daughter and thy manservant and thy maidservant and the Levite that is within thy gates, and the stranger and the fatherless and the widow that are among you, and the place which Yahweh thy power hath chosen to place his name there.
So drop down to 16. 16 verse.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before Yahweh thy power in the place which he shall choose.
Right, so that's why I always talked about getting this land, because even though it'll take a while for us to develop the land, but we can make use of the land by keeping the high holy days. Those 3 times out the year, read what they are.
And the feast of unleavened bread.
So feast of unleavened bread lasts for what, 7 days, right? For 7 days we could be on that land, observing the feast of unleavened bread for 7 days. Just us being isolated, praying to the Most High, making offerings to the Most High for 7 straight days. Read on.
And in the feast of weeks.
In the feast of weeks, we could be there. We don't have to worry about no quarantine and being shut down. We're on our own land. You can't touch us there. All right, read on.
And in the feast of tabernacles.
The Feast of Tabernacles, daughter and booth, that's around the time of October. They're throwing booth, that's like for 8 days. So that's another week right there. Alright, read on.
They shall not appear before Yahweh empty.
Yeah, you should not appear the Most High empty, because everything costs. You know, everything costs. Alright? Food costs, food, drinks, everything costs. Clothes, everything costs. So everybody's giving, everybody's getting something. You understand? So do not appear before the Most High empty. Alright? Get Deuteronomy 26 and 1. Deuteronomy 26 and 1. You might be going out 2 weeks. Come with us?
Huh?
You might be going out 2 weeks. Yeah.
Everybody good? Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 1. And it shall be when thou art come in unto the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee for an inheritance, and possess it, and dwell therein. But thou shalt take of the first of all the fruit of the earth, which thou shalt bring of thy land that Yahweh thy power giveth thee, and shalt put it in a basket, and shalt go unto the place which Yahweh thy power shall choose to place his name there. Thou shalt go unto the priest that shall be in those days, and say unto him, I profess this day unto Yahweh thy power, that I am come unto the country which Yahweh sware unto our fathers for to give us.
Now keep in mind, this is the book of Deuteronomy. So we haven't gotten to that land yet. So we was practicing. So the place where the Most High put his name there is where? Huh? Jerusalem. So we wouldn't get to Jerusalem until King David come on the scene. Not even when King Saul was around was we in Jerusalem. David was the first person to touch down Jerusalem. So that whole time we were just practicing. So wherever, I guess they went to the tabernacle, or they went to where the main congregation was at, and they brought everything there. Because we wasn't in Jerusalem yet. We still had to fight to get Jerusalem. We had to fight the Philistines. Alright? So we're still practicing. Why? So why brothers talk about we gotta go to Israel to keep the high holy days? Most I didn't say that.
Yeah.
They twisted the scriptures.
And like you said, we was in the wilderness for 40 years. So how you gonna say that? We kept the Passat 40 years in the wilderness.
Right. And then once we got into the land, we didn't conquer the land in one day. It took time. We took the land piece by piece. And like I said, once we got in the land, I think under Joshua, we didn't capture Jerusalem yet. We didn't capture Jerusalem to the time of King David. So that's like 100 years. That's like another 100 years, I think. Later. All right. So read where you at, brother. Any questions? Any questions?
Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 4. And the priest shall take the basket out of thine hand, and set it down before the altar of Yahweh thy power. And thou shalt speak and say before Yahweh thy power, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. And he went down into Egypt, and sojourned there with a few, and became there a nation, great, mighty, and populous.
Break that down. Break down the paper.
So Assyrian would be Abraham, right? Because it came from
You could say Jacob. Jacob. I think Jacob left and went into Israel. Went to Egypt and died there. Not Abraham.
No, Abraham was buried in Canaan.
Yeah, he was buried in Canaan.
Yeah.
So no, he didn't go into Egypt. Jacob did. Yeah, a Syrian ready to perish was my father. That would be Jacob. Right? Am I right, Tuab? Am I right, Kabas?
That's correct. Genesis 43.
Right, young blood? We good? We getting this? Yeah. Alright. I was doing this since I was 14 years old, man. 14.
Oh yeah, come. That's Genesis chapter 46 and 3. It says, I'm sorry, verse 1. It says, Israel took his journey with all that he had, and came to Beersheba, and offered sacrifices unto Yahweh, the power of his father Isaac. God spake unto Israel in the visions of the night, and said, Jacob, Jacob. And he said, Here am I. And he said, I am Yahweh, the power of thy father. Fear not to go down into Egypt, for I will there make of thee a great nation. I will go down with thee into Egypt, and I will also surely bring thee up again, and Joseph shall put his hand upon thine arms. And then, verse 5, and Jacob rose up from Beersheba, and the sons of Israel carried Jacob their father, and their little ones, and their wives, and the wagons which Pharaoh had sent to carry them. And they took their cattle, and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with him. His sons and his sons' sons with him, his daughters and his sons' daughters, and all his seed brought he with him into Egypt.
And whenever it mentions seed, it's told that it's referring to the males. Keep in mind, when you read the scriptures, everything is masculine. So it says C is referring to the males. So like that Jake that was on the call talking about to be an Israelite, you gotta have both an Israelite male and an Israelite man, an Israelite mother. That's not true. That's just, they can't prove that.
Wasn't it in Numbers that said that it goes by the seed of the father?
Yeah, but they dismissed that. But I went into a bunch of scriptures, but look at him.
You want to keep going with 46?
No, that's it. That's all. I mean, that was simple. Yeah. Keep reading until you get to 11 and break it down. Have one mouth, show me out.
Alright, Deuteronomy Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 6. And the Egyptians evil entreated us, and afflicted us, and laid upon us hard bondage. So when it says, let me just go to it so I won't mess it up. This is in Exodus. Okay. It's a lot. I don't know about the doing all this. Alright, so we go to Exodus chapter 1, and you can start at verse 7. Everybody got it? It reads, and the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceeding mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, Behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters, which is similar to an overseer, to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure cities, Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage and mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. All this service wherein they made them serve was with rigor. So that's the precept on that. Right? That's actually a precept for verse 7 to 11, honestly. Right? So everybody got that? Alright? So go back to Deuteronomy chapter 26. Right? And we'll go to verse 7. You want to break it down while I read, or you want me to break it down? Alright, so Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 7. And when we cried unto Yahweh, the power of our fathers, Yahweh heard our voice and looked on our affliction and our labor and our oppression. So this is when the Israelites, or Hebrews, were in Egypt. Like I just read, they were basically made to be slaves, and basically everything was basically hard labor. Whether they built something, whether they was trying to grow crops or anything like that, the same way that our ancestors were when we first came to America, was the same way in Egypt. They would get whipped, they would get beat to death, they would work to death. So when our ancestors in Egypt was basically saying, when is this Messiah going to come and help us get free from the land? And the Most High basically heard their praise, and Moses was basically delivered unto them. Right? Verse 8. And Yahweh brought us forth out of Egypt with a mighty hand, and with an outstretched arm, and with great terribleness, and with signs, and with wonders. So this right here is referring to when Moses was leading the Hebrews out of Egypt. And if we know anything about, or we actually read it, then we know the 10 plagues. The 10 plagues devastated Egypt. And even after the devastation of the plagues, when our ancestors actually passing across the Red Sea, the Most High basically came up in a pillar of fire to block the Egyptian army from slaying our ancestors. So that's it on that. Verse 9. And he hath brought us into this place, and hath given us this land, even a land that floweth with milk and honey. So that land that floweth with milk and honey, of course, is our actual homeland, right? Of Israel, or Jerusalem, not Africa, all right? Verse 10. And now, behold, I have brought the first fruits of the land, which thou, O Yahweh, hast given me. And thou shalt set it before Yahweh thy power, and worship before Yahweh thy power. So, again, the first fruits of the land is basically like the first crops that come in. Like, if we know anything about agriculture, crops don't really start to really grow until the springtime. And this is really when, the first fruits actually happens. That happens when all the crops actually grow and come to like full maturity, right?
Where you at?
Verse 10, verse 11. Everybody understand it? Alright, cool. Verse 11. And thou shalt rejoice in every good thing which Yahweh thy power hath given unto thee, and unto thine house, thou, and the Levite, and the stranger that is among thee.
Alright, so we go to 2 Chronicles 8, verse 13. 2 Chronicles 8, verse 13. Second Chronicles 8, verse 13. 8 and 13.
Everybody got it? Second Chronicles chapter 8, verse 13. Even after a certain rate every day, offering according to the commandment of Moses, on the Sabbaths, and on the new moons, and on the solemn feasts, 3 times in the year.
So it says, even after a certain rate every day, offering according to the commandments of Moses. So we was reading that. This offering, that offering, 10% tithes, things of that nature. On the Sabbath, the new moons, and on your solemn feast days, we should give. We should always be willing to give. That's how we gonna build a nation up. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 8 members right here. Alright? Next year we read 16, 32, 64. And we really got this train going, you know? We got brothers here. You got brother in North Carolina. So we got the brothers here. So now we just gotta get this train moving. Boom, boom, boom. We don't need 100 men if they're a bunch of slouch. 8 strong, everybody do what they're supposed to be doing. Alright, so read that from the top again.
2 Chronicles chapter 8, verse 13. Even after a certain rate every day, offering according to the commandment of Moses, on the Sabbaths, and on the new moons, and on the solemn feasts, 3 times in the year, even in the feast of unleavened bread,
Feast of unleavened bread, that's in April,
and in the feast of weeks,
which is now,
and in the feast of tabernacles,
which is like around October. We should all appear before the Most High. That's it. Read 14.
And he appointed according to the order of David his father, the courses of the priests to their service, and the Levites to their charges, to praise and minister before the priest, as the duty of every day required. The porters also by their courses at every gate. For so had David the man of God commanded.
So let's go to Nehemiah 10 verse 35. Nehemiah 10 verse 35.
Everybody got it? Nehemiah is right after Ezra.
So Nehemiah 10 and 35.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, I just put it on. Ten and what?
35.
So read that.
Done. Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 35. And to bring the first fruits of our ground, and the first fruits of all fruit of all trees, year by year, unto the house of Yahweh. Also the firstborn of our sons, and of our cattle, as it is written in the law, and the firstlings of our herds, and of our flocks, to bring to the house of our power, unto the priests that minister in the house of our God.
Now keep in mind, like I told you earlier, the Most High don't deal with women, he only deal with the males. And he's so biased, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything is male, male, male. And you know Jay like to get funny, like, are you gay? You know, they say something stupid like that, but you ain't gonna say that about the Most High. You ain't have you rolling down the street.
Right.
You know? But it says, also the firstborn of our sons. They didn't say sons and daughters. They say sons. Like I said, all males shall appear before the Lord. That's in Deuteronomy, that's in Exodus. We read those scriptures. The Most High is always dealing with the men. The men must answer before the Most High.
And when you read in the other precepts in a book of the prophets, he mentions that too. Like in Proverbs 8 and 4, Ezekiel 34th chapter, and last verse, he reiterates that he called the men of the Most High. Okay?
So continue. Verse 1.
This is verse 37.
Read that.
Verse 37. And that we should bring the first fruits of our dough and our offerings, and the fruit of all manner of trees, of wine and of oil, unto the priests, to the chambers of the house of our God, and the tithes of our ground unto the Levites, that the same Levites may have the tithes in all the cities of our tillage.
Right, so the Levites gotta get something, because that's how they live. That's how they live, off the tithes. They don't have any farmland. But that's a system that we can use to build ourselves up. Because we are all priests. Alright? Everybody have an office. So most I will, we get the land, everybody will have a job to do. Alright?
Go.
We can build each other up. Alright? Let's go to 12th chapter, same book, 12th chapter, 44th verse. 12:44.
Nehemiah chapter 12, verse 44. And at that time were some appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them out of the fields of the cities the portions of the law for the priests and Levites. For Judah rejoiced for the priests and for the Levites that waited.
Right. Read 45th verse. Read it.
And both the singers and the porters kept the word of their God, and the word of the purification, according to the commandment of David, and of Solomon his son.
This is what we gotta do. We gotta practice this. And then Judah was glad. Everybody was glad. Everybody was happy. So the problem with our people, they used to be niggas. They used to be in the streets. They used to party, you know, that nigga stuff, the clubs and strip clubs and all that other kind of nonsense. They can't get down with this. So they won't seem so wicked. They say, well, we're not in the land to do that anymore. Which in a sense, they own it a little bit, because you don't want to be in New York City with all this chaos. But we can, like I said, if we get in an isolated situation, it'll be that much spiritual, where our prayers will go directly to the Most High with no interference. Everything is spiritual, and you got spiritual wickedness all over you. Alright? And it's big. It's overwhelming. Alright?
Let me, you start, 12 and 44, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to say something about that. Remember, when we read the 44th verse, it said, at that time were some appointed over the chambers for the treasures, for the offerings, for the first fruits, and for the tithes, to gather into them out of the fields of the cities and the portions of the law, for the priests and the Levites. For Judah rejoiced, and the priests and the Levites waited.
Can you hear, brother?
That's
Can you hear?
Okay, that.
What, you can hear?
I'm reading that right verse. Did he mention about the? think I'm on the wrong verse. When we said about the singers, I'm trying to find that.
That was 45, I believe.
45, right? Right, okay, that's the one I wanted, okay? It said both the singers and the porters kept the ward of their power and in the ward of the purification according to the commandments of David and of Solomon his son. Okay, I wanted to mention about in the 45th verse, there was an order with the Levites. When we make, we make light of like how we talk the brothers in general. Sometimes we talk about the Christians, but I want to mention that and that they had that right in the right order.
The singing part.
The singing part, the worship, they had that right. Because that came from the priest as we just read.
Yeah, and David was a singer too. The whole book of Psalms is music.
Right.
The whole book of Psalms is music.
He goes to play the harp.
Yeah. And that really calmed Saul's spirit down.
Right.
Because Saul had an evil spirit on him. The Most High put it on him. And I mean, and y'all don't understand, when the Most High put an evil spirit on you, you a straight demon. You out of control.
Right.
So David music, his spiritual powers, like I said, we in New York, we around spiritual wickedness. We need to get out that vibration where our spirit can, be amplified. Because you could pray and we come together in one, but we still going against these spiritual vibrations outside too, these wicked vibrations. David had a spiritual vibration, a righteous one, where it calmed his Saul evil spirit down. So David was pretty much saving Saul. Right. Every time Saul would act up, David go to work. And Saul be at ease. But the Most High put that spirit on him, right. There was no saving him. So we gotta get to that. We gotta get on that level, not be robots, Right. Right now we rehearse and we doing this, but we gonna get live. Like I said, we got some watermelon, we got some juices, we got the cookout tomorrow. We're gonna be building each other up. We gotta come with some flavor. Not with these robots. I'm gonna teach class about no robots in Israel.
Right.
We never do the robot there. No robot there. Not the Jackson 5, No robots, So, yeah. But we gotta get into that singing aspect. Like when I be going to the Hebrews, I be singing those songs, I be going through it. Boom. That's how David did it.
And we said that's the problem right now with Israel in the worship part. Because the vibration that they got and they took on was the whole thing of rap. That's not coming in the kingdom. And that's the fight, that's a snare with Israel right now. They got to get back to singing, man. Because that's not coming in the kingdom. That's a Babylon, and that's a tool of Satan. And that's what brothers got to come back to, that singing, man. That's the reality.
I mean, some of the rap music is good, but when you check these brothers out, they be flowing like Jake in the world.
Yeah, it's a vibration like Jake.
That's because they taking the beats, the worldly beat, they're just taking somebody else's thing.
And it's not original.
Put up their spin on it.
It's not original.
But if they want to have go even further into the world, they want to start doing music videos. And they want to start doing award shows.
Are you doing the award shows now?
They going on, man.
Since when?
For a while. Matter of fact, they got a whole Facebook page.
For awards?
And they always doing contests, and like you said, on the social media, Instagram.
That's why you get so many people, because all they bring in are worldly people.
Exactly.
They bring in worldly people.
That's my point.
So that's why, I was a little open at first. When I came in like in 93, 94, it wasn't a lot of Israelites.
Right.
And me coming in at 14 years old, like him, I was surrounded by grown men. So I was the only kid on the block, and there was no sisters. I mean, unless, a married brother's wife, but it wasn't sisters. So now when you see them like, oh shoot, so many brothers and sisters coming out, you be like, yeah, you get open, but you realize, nah, they're the same ones. They're the same niggas I ran from out on the street. They're the same ones. So it was like a bittersweet. I mean, it's the same niggas and bees that's in here. Just with long skirts and dudes with fringes on their shirt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't have spiritual to learn. They don't want to learn. I tell goodbye to goodbye. So what's the difference between a worldly woman and an Israelite woman?
A head wrap.
Yeah.
I knew it.
That's it. Nothing haven't changed. Yeah, I was tight. I was tight because I got my child, right? My firstborn child, and the rib left. My rib left and ran to Esau. An Israelite sister too, the truth. Ran back to Esau. I said, alright, okay. So I was telling the Israelite sister, I was like, I guess she's in a situation. I was like, look, I don't wanna make any marriages. I can help you, can help me. You can stay here with my child as I go to work, and you can stay here. And we're pretty much balance it out like that. But no marriage. I'm not trying to deal with her. So I guess the sister, she was leaning on doing that, but she wanted that, you know. So she was talking to other Israelite brothers at the same time. So just like when she asked me, can she move? I was like, nah, I can't right now, because she was hesitant. I guess she was like bouncing from Israel to Israelite. So I had another sister help me out. So she was begging that they come live with me. 2 weeks later, she told me, hey, I'm married to a brother now. I was like, huh? You were just asking me last week and you don't move in. And now you're married? So, I mean, it just showed that these sisters, like, their mindset is not where it's supposed to be. It's not spiritual. You know? Now you with another brother after you just trying to run behind me? So it's like, it is with one brother, then you bounce into another brother, then another brother. Even if you don't do nothing physically, mentally your mind is not right. Huh?
One scripture. Once again, the wicked is compared to wickedness of wicked.
Right, go out. Absolutely right. Go back to sleep. Right.
I'm listening.
So let's go to Ezekiel 44 and 30. But we could be that righteous branch. We could be that good example. Ezekiel 44 and 30. Ezekiel 44 and 30. The Shaquat think he's slick. He got no camera and no mic, so we don't know what's going on. He probably with his girlfriend, booed up, watching Netflix, doing a high holy day, and we don't know what's going on. Man got spirits on him. He think he's slick. He be testing the Most High. Shirt off, taking selfies.
That's crazy.
And that's what's that, Shaquat? Huh?
Hello?
Oh dear?
Yeah, we're doing a video, so if your phone calls during the Zoom call. Yeah.
What was it? Ezekiel what?
44 and 30. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, he got a shirt on. That man's like, listen to the Kashi 69.
Hey, everybody got it?
I have females in the background. You think he's slick, yo?
You might be able to.
I mean, I like Esau. We ain't bring him to Ohio because he might love it. He might not leave here.
With a bag of pork rinds on his back.
Yeah.
Exodus chapter 44, Ezekiel chapter 44, verse 30. And the first of all the first fruits of all things, and every oblation of all, of every sort of your oblations, shall be the priest. Ye shall also give unto the priest the first of your dough, that he may cause the blessing to rest in thine house.
Alright, so we just give the Levites everything. Everything we give to the Levites. We give them the first of everything. That's what I call the first fruits. So the fruits that you develop, the fruits that you earn and gain, we give it to the Levites. Give it to the Levites. Before you eat, you make sure they eat. So that's spiritual. So when you getting money, make sure the homeless or the fatherless eat before you eat. Cause you know you're gonna eat. You got a paycheck. They ain't get a paycheck, so just take out $5 and here's some chicken wings and fries. Take care of them first. We're gonna get into that vibration. Alright, we're gonna get into that vibration of doing that. Alright, we got create a program called Street Sweepers. So when we get enough men in these different states, or we all come together and collaborate, we're gonna do a street sweeping program where we just start helping out Jake in the street. I'm gonna show you how we go about doing it. Alright? That's on that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 18 verse 4. We're about to close it out.
Deuteronomy 18:4.
Yeah. Let's go.
Everybody got it? Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 4. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thy oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rehearse that. You know, even if we see somebody, we see Jacob, Eve. Yo, you want something? Make sure we buy enough. But yo, invite them over. It's not gonna just be us. It's gonna be us. But you're gonna see Jake out there doing something. Yo, you want a bottle of water? We're gonna do that. We're gonna rehearse that. We're gonna rehearse that with those righteous acts, and that's how things are gonna grow. All right.
So that sounds like to me, the holler, the ball was trying to do all.
Yeah. And then we're gonna go to Ohio. We're gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be 1, 2, the shade out there, y'all 3, and another brother who you get, y'all 4. Y'all gonna do it. Then we go. Me, Shemaiah, and Shemaiah gonna come out there, and Young Blood gonna come out there. That's 8 of us right there. Boom. All right, and we'll do the same thing over there. We'll go to here.
Basically, what we wanted to do was to show face, because a lot of people that do know the Israelites or see them, they think they're aggressive. You know what I mean?
Oh no, that's facts.
So we decided to do something in the community called Big Community Barbecue. Just feed everybody up.
We told me that we were supposed to do that in August.
That we were supposed to have done it last August, but Yahada got caught up with the dummy.
Yeah. He lost his damn head. He took the sister head with him.
Literally.
That's a dope concept though.
You know, we gotta let them know that we're there.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, if we can get that established and get people to start realizing you take care of your neighborhood, you don't have to worry about these white cops coming in your neighborhood. If you go to a white neighborhood that got their lawn cut,
that's how Esau. That's why Esau's able to do what he do. That's why and it started in the 60s. Once he started putting the guns and the drugs there, that's why Frank Lucas, Nicky Barnes, all these black devils, they sold us out. But down the line, 40, 50 years down the line, now Esau have a right to come in here and harass us. He know every black man's not a drug dealer. He know every black man's not shooting and pushing.
Yeah, but if we take better care of our community, right? If all of us, even the people that's not the truth, we just take care of their house. Like there's a lot of condemned buildings. Those buildings could be damaged. They don't have to look like crap. Right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come out there. You live next door to the condemned building. Why you can't cut the grass? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's not true.
Or better yet, everybody in the neighborhood could just buy the abandoned building and rent it out to somebody.
Because like where I live, somebody throws trash in our yard all the time. We come out there clean it all the time. So it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm gonna put the shit in the middle of the street. You know what I mean? Because I'm constantly picking up. Y'all see I'm constantly doing it. And y'all deliberately doing it. So if y'all don't care, why should I care? Why should I care too? As long as I take care of my area, I'm fine. But they literally throw food containers, all types of stuff, just sitting right in my yard. That's great.
So you have like abandoned house, abandoned house.
I got it's a little alley, and then it's abandoned house. And I got a whole a little field on the house.
How much would that house cost?
How much that house cost? But to buy it, probably $10,000. But to fix it up, it's probably less than that.
You about to move to Ohio, y'all?
Yeah. Literally, you can buy back a block. Literally.
Because if you could get on the program and you could buy these houses from the city for like $1,000, $800, but you gotta do the renovations.
I mean, I don't mind that.
You know what I mean?
You know? So I know I do housework.
I mean, you know how to do the housework, you gotta do the HVAC, you good.
Say less. Just send me the information. Alright? That would be a good thing because, you know, owning the house is better than renting. So.
But I'm telling you, you can literally buy these houses, fix them up, and then either sell them or you can have space for the brothers that don't have home. Why we can't open up our own home show?
You trying to move to Ohio?
Brother, we've been talking about this since last year.
Think about it. Think
It's
about
right
it.
now. Well, not right now. You don't get the money
We've
first.
been missing the action for
But
a
think
while.
about it. You take one of these houses, you fix them up, right? And you put bunk beds in. I mean, you put bunk beds in all the room. Now you just got some of the homeless people off the street.
That's what I want to do with the land we get. Because, you know, we're going to have our houses and stuff like that. Somebody got to occupy the land. We're not going to be there 24/7. We can put the homeless people on the land. And they can be there 24/7. Instead of be on the street.
Going along with that idea for like new people who come into truth, you know, like we give them a place to stay so they won't have to be, you know, surrounded by the things that they were already surrounded by.
And not that, because I know when I came into the truth, it was hard. You know, for me, I was young, got to fight for my parents. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Some brothers and sisters, some brothers get kicked out of their house because of it.
That's right.
So they just need a place to stay. You know what I mean? You can't get a job without an address. And that's what we offer. You know, we ain't saying it's a forever home. You know, get what you gotta get yourself together, and press on for the next one.
The transition.
But yeah, definitely send me that information, man. Want to keep reading on that?
Deuteronomy 18, verse 4.
Alright, so Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 4. The first fruit also of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thy oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him. For Yahweh thy power hath chosen him out of all the tribes, to stand to minister in the name of Yahweh, him and his sons forever. And if a Levite come from...
That's it on that. Get Exodus 23, verse 14.
Deuteronomy chapter 23, verse 14. 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
Alright, what are the 3 feasts, young blood? Name one of them.
You wasn't paying attention?
First fruits.
That's tonight. We in first fruits, right? Name another one, young blood.
Feast of Tabernacles.
Very good. Kabad, pick one. Don't say Halloween, brother. Let's go out of here.
I was going to say New Year's.
Yeah.
Passover.
Now, Passover is wrong. You're wrong, brother. You said Passover. Alright. There we go. There go the 3.
Verse 15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, and the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. And the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before Yahweh.
See that? Here you go. All thy males. They don't say males and females. They just say males. Being biased once again, Most High.
Right.
Being biased. But that's okay.
Yeah.
You know? There's nothing wrong with that.
That's how the Most High does.
That's it. Let's go to Acts 2 verse 1.
Acts 2 and 1.
Words kind of small for me.
I'm good side of it.
Everybody got it?
Acts 2, you said what, 2 and 1?
Yeah.
Acts chapter 2, verse 1. And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place.
Right, so it's now we in the New Testament. It said Pentecost. Why? Why I say Pentecost? How can I say first fruits or ingathering or feast of harvest?
Because it's Hellenized.
Huh?
It was Hellenized. Right? So,
Yeah, because they speak in a different language.
that's what I'm saying. It's Hellenized. It's basically
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah. So it's not in Hebrew, everything is Greek. So Pentecost is a Latin word that means 50. 50th day. Alright? But they came on one accord. Alright? But then they'll go into something else. Now, you can read the second verse.
and suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance.
Right, so check that out. So on the Most High Holy Day, that happened. You got brothers tell you not to keep the High Holy Days because you're not in Jerusalem. Now how do we get spiritual blessings from the Most High? By just saying the Jews are black? What we supposed to do?
Right.
You know, what we supposed to do? You know, to show the Most High we about that life.
Right.
You know?
Yes. Right.
Brothers don't want to fast. Brothers don't want to say they pray 3 times a day. I'm just a black Jew.
They don't want to do that.
Yeah. Alright, so let's go to Acts 20 verse 16.
Everybody got it? Acts chapter 20, verse 16. For Paul had determined to sail by Ephesus, because he would not spend the time in Asia, for he hasted, if it were possible for him to be at Jerusalem the day of Pentecost.
So break that down, young blood. Now I just cut these so-called wannabe Israelites who don't know a damn thing. Break it down.
Me?
Yeah.
Calling a lot of these young blood, bro. So Paul, as we know, is a Benjamite, right? So he basically was trying to get out of Asia, which is basically Asia Minor, right? To basically go to Jerusalem to hold the feast of Pentecost or first fruits. So it's kind of like self-explanatory.
Yeah, but he didn't. So he wanted to keep the High Holy Day outside of Jerusalem. He tried to get there as quickly as he can, but he couldn't. You know? So all this talk about we gotta go to Israel, which is almost impossible because the land is being occupied
by Gentiles.
Alright? You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna go here. As I say, I'm gonna go to somebody's house and cook some food. It ain't happening. The land been taken from us. You gotta make do somewhere else. Those ain't make any sense. Alright, any questions, comments? Alright, so keep in mind there's a feast. You look bored, young blood. I'm sorry, you know, it just comes, keep coming, you know.
Yeah,
get
he's coming with me back to Ohio.
Okay.
So I already told you he's gonna be on it every Friday.
Actually, that's right. Okay.
He's forced to go now.
Yeah.
Forced to go?
Yeah.
You was doing bad? You was messing up in school? I remember those days. I definitely do.
So keep in mind, I know everybody guap is knocked out, and we supposed to be playing the music. So we're gonna play some music. We're gonna play some.
I'm gonna be out at 11 though for the train.
Yeah, we're gonna play some Cardi B and stay in the spirit. All right, brothers. Alright. So wait a minute, young blood. So yeah, y'all can leave, cause you two, y'all all going to Brooklyn. Try to be here tomorrow morning. If you can get, I want you to get here so you can hold a spot. Y'all two come together and hold a spot. All right. You come tomorrow? First Avenue. Yeah. Right there by the track field. Alright. And I'm gonna get you, Sonny boy, so we can hold down the spot, okay? I'm gonna get you tomorrow so we can hold down that spot over there to have the cookout. Yeah, it's still going. They ain't hooked it up, it's going directly to the memory card.